Hi, this is Prasan Kumar. Today we are doing a sample of experimenting with technology using PHP. Design is used in this. Design a multi-page shopping cart in PHP using superglobal variable sessions and posts using PHP sessions to store the page wise from the feed using the validate from the feed value on each page. And next, the note the superglobal page should be used and retain the values from the form of which can transfer them from one page to another. While dealing with the form, the functions can be submitted and transferred to the same or another page. The same submitted to the another page get and post using the get and post method, as in the get method using the values in the URL and the post method in the transform. Before sending this information to the subcontractor, the client information queries and whatever. Now we get the values by the client inside. Below the code of HTML, we will post a form action method input type name and the server side below the code PHP script which is post associated with used creator. The PHP code echo which is used to print it, get value, and the PHP value the selected option should be red, green, blue, and pink, and the option should be on the code. This is the sample code which we can get the rate. There should be radio buttons and the buttons which radio 1, radio 2, and radio 3 which are the buttons. And now the form, the putting the values on the checks from input type labeling the PHP. Here we can see the post forms and PHP script redirecting the method using URL and the fetching the name, email, and the whatever the required countries in the PHP seconds starting session and ending session. Here this is how the sample page should look. Here we can see the woman. Here we can see the women's men's shirt and the quantity of size. In the next, if we go to the new and the web page should inform in entry of your shipping information. Last one is using your payment system, which is also now coming to the code. You can see here the index page with to change the license of the header, choosing the license header. Here we can go html.p changing UD as a title, shopping text, and the banner with the 100 and the banner image with the height is 50%, over banners positions absolute top 50 and 50 over banners images with the width and the height. Image one is the now the image one is used here, and the float left position is related and the margin is 118 pixels, over position absolute height is 30 pixels, and the top is white. Color is white, background color should be the white, opacity is 0, text align is left, padding is 10 impact, and the width is good. The style sheet is closed. Head and the body. Now the banner div using the class banner, and the image is used, image source is used, and the class is over banner. Image script is a.jpg and the closed. And the item from the action page for the action. Now the page is page 2 is page.php is created, which is here, and the margin is left, margin side is left 50%, and the shirt type and the color is red. Now the class image of the shirt, and labels image in harry.jpg, the please over image input type checkbox, value is a t-shirt, and the name is time for which shirt is of ₹500. Here they give the name. Now image labeling src13 width is 154 pixels and height is the class over the box, and the checkbox is created and the name type with the hoodie of ₹750, and the next one the position is absolute top 70 pixels, margin left 120, and the margin is up at bottom, div style margin left parcel. Next the item terms which colors is red, and the radio button is a value women's men's, and this is whatever inputable radio button, the shirt's name, input radio type is children shirts, and the radio children shirt, styling margin left 50 pixel, quantity spawn, and the color is here because we can see input type is equal to n, and the minimum is 0, name is quantity, and required which we have how many we want required. And now the style sheet and the options are full, medium, and the sizes on which we can see the sizes. Here we can see the name size required is a full, medium, and the selection width of the red, blue, or green color, which colors we have the required color. Now the closing the select bar, and the input type submit to the submit button is the input type button here, which will pull the next page with the 88 pixels due type. Now coming to the page 2 code, which we have integrated the last in the page one. Here creating the page one, the style sheet aligning the center background color. Here we can the padding of 10 0 10 pixels, 10 and 0 pixels, entering the shipping information. Here the form is created here from first name, last name, street address, and what are the input type is equals to text. Here we can see the type and the address, everything. Framed iframes are used, placeholders are used with the name, family, and the state, city span. Selecting the ID state. Here we can the options of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra, Delhi. Once we have created here the options selection on the select is select tag is close, and the filter shopping the zip and the color, zip code, I mean the code of this data, which is a pin code, phone number, email address, and the input type is the text, and required which we have to give it. Here we can set the rate of Gmail or whatever it is. Now the div tag is the radio, in the radio input type is called radio, buttons are checked, button checked, and rupees 200. Input type is called radio, value is called 15, and so now dividing the two. Input type is called submit, name is called, and the height of the continue button, and the other continue button is used, which the form is closed. Input type is in the PHP we use the dollar symbol for the initialization, I equal to 1, and the dollar pin type is called type closed. For each type pin number, sessions type is equal to, and the echo which is used to print statement, PHP. Now the quant type, quantity. Here we can see the film type, post, radio time, sessions, foot time, fits of echo, fit time in the absence of, and the color is equal to post size, session size, and the color, echo, post is name, and the type, and the session of the same. Next, here we can close the body and go to page 3. Which is aligned for the posting, email and March type, and here the alignment of the center background color, padding, and the div tag NBSP, and please take the moment of the reviewing orders details. Put your name, address, post which you are given in the second page. Echo that names from the page 2. Here phone number, email ID, and whatever the information of the form. Here we can color the items, item description, size, quantity, color, amount, the total amount which we have purchased, which we can see the table head, and the session type is called, which is the 500 into the which the quantity of what we have taken here, and the sample code 750. Posting the session step for the food item, size, quantity, and technique. And this once the closing the table is created, div tag is closed, and the body. Once if we go to, if we see it here, we can see the web page, which we can select the here or the red or the black, whatever, and the t-shirt which is which anyone we can select. And once if it is women or men, or for men we can children or whatever, we can select the quantity line. Here the size and the red which is needed, he shows the red mark. And going to the next, here we can information about something of the once we have which is required, address or city something, and the state we have a scroll one here which we can select whatever the required, and the zip code which is the phone number which we can give, and the email ID which we can use it. And now coming to the next, standard or express, which goes express means which charges 200, standard which charges 50 rupees cut. Now continue. Once we click the continue button, here we can see on the basis the phone number, what with the information about the details to the delivery address. Here we can see. Thank you. This is how we have completed the
username. Users is a table name, you please.